Have you ever passed a place on the highway that just felt wrong? A place where the air feels heavier, the silence is deeper, and the shadows seem to watch you back. The Black Ridge Motel was one of those places. Built in 1979 on the edge of an abandoned mining town, it was the last stop before 60 miles of dense forest and mountains. Truckers stayed there. Drifters stayed there. Lost people stayed there. Some checked out. Some didn't. This is the story of the night Hannah Cole vanished, and the horrifying truth police uncovered inside room 12. On October 18, 2018, Hannah Cole, a 27-year-old travel photographer, was driving from Denver to Phoenix. After 11 hours on the road, she desperately needed a place to rest. Her phone battery was dead, and she'd missed the highway exit for the bigger, safer hotels. The only light she could see was a faded neon sign that read, "Black Ridge Motel Vacancy." Even the sign flickered like it didn't want to be alive anymore. Hannah walked into a lobby that smelled of wet carpet and old cigarette smoke. A pale, thin man behind the counter, with a name tag that read Leon, greeted her with a slow, silent nod. When Hannah asked for a room, Leon didn't speak. He just handed her a key labeled room 12. That was the last time anyone saw her. 2 days later, Hannah's car was found, still parked right outside room 12, but she was gone. Inside the room, her belongings were neatly placed. Her camera, her shoes, her backpack, nothing was disturbed, and nothing was stolen. The police immediately pulled the motel's CCTV footage. At 11:17 p.m., the video showed Hannah walking to her room. She unlocked the door, stepped inside, and the lights flickered. Then, the video feed glitched, turning to static for 44 agonizing seconds. When the picture returned, the door to room 12 was slightly open. Hannah never came out, but someone else did. At 12:03 a.m., a figure slowly emerged from her room. It was tall, wearing black, its face completely obscured. It was dragging something heavy toward the old maintenance shed behind the motel. Just as the figure passed the side of the building, the camera glitched again. The footage after that was clear. Nothing ever came out of the shed. Lead investigator Detective Calloway arrived on the scene. He tried the shed door, but it was locked tight. He forced it open. What he found wasn't a shed. It was a hidden room. Inside were old motel keys, stacks of dusty VHS tapes, a chair bolted to the floor, and a wall covered with photographs of different guests. All of them were listed as missing persons. On a table, Calloway found a camera battery, the same model Hannah used. He put it in her camera and checked the last photo she took. It showed a blurred, shadowy figure standing behind her, inside room 12. It wasn't Leon. The shape was too tall, too broad, and its eyes were glowing from the flash. Calloway returned to room 12. The moment he stepped inside, the temperature dropped. The room smelled of mold and metal, but the strangest thing was the carpet. It was new, too new. He ripped it open and discovered a wooden door underneath it, a crawl space. Flashlight in hand, he climbed down into the thick, dusty air. The walls were covered in scratches. Someone had been down there. Many someones. Fresh footprints led deeper into the darkness. At the end of the crawl space was a narrow corridor leading to another door. Behind it, Calloway found a secret chamber built under the motel. It was filled with old mattresses, chains bolted to the walls, rotting food, a pile of women's belongings, and a notebook. It was Hannah's. Her last entry read, "Something keeps knocking on the walls. I thought it was the plumbing, but now it's calling my name." As Calloway searched deeper, he found a second notebook. This one belonged to Leon. It turned out Leon wasn't the killer. He was a survivor. 18 years earlier, his family ran the motel. But something happened in room 12, something they tried to bury. The motel had once housed a miner named Earl Matheson, a violent man who murdered multiple women before disappearing in 1982. His body was never found. Leon's notes explained everything. Earl never left. He moves through the walls, through the crawl space. He knocks until someone answers. I hear him every night. Suddenly, Calloway felt something move behind him. His flashlight flickered. A shape stood at the end of the crawl space, just standing there, watching. Calloway shouted, "Police!" But the shape didn't move. Then, in a blink, it vanished. Something grabbed him from behind. Cold hands, a strong grip. He fought back, broke free, and scrambled toward the opening, slamming the door shut behind him. The room went silent. But then, a faint knocking echoed from beneath the floorboards. Knock, knock, knock. When SWAT arrived, they sealed the motel. They opened the crawl space but found no one inside. They did, however, find bones, lots of them, including remains confirmed to be Earl Matheson. So who, or what, had attacked Calloway? And then, they found Hannah, alive, terrified and dehydrated. She was hiding in a small air pocket near the wall. She could only whisper, "The man in the walls. He wanted me to stay." He said the motel was hungry. She never saw his face, only the shadow, only the knocking. Always trust your instincts. When a place feels wrong, there's usually a reason. Thanks for watching. If you found this story chilling, be sure to follow for more.